Hello and welcome back. Today I've got a bit of a different style of video. Because my Rocky Mountain is out of action for the while, I'll show you what's wrong with it right now. It's the next day, it's beautiful weather, I have no bike to ride, but I thought I'd just quickly throw in a little bit about why the Rocky Mountain's broken and show you what's up with that, so here we go. Hope you enjoy my very messy bike workshop. So, here's the patient. So the problem we have is that, so this area here where the bearing slots into the frame has become too big for the bearing. So the rear triangle isn't held together properly, so obviously it's not rideable, but I've put in a warranty request, so hopefully that'll get sorted and I'll be back riding this thing soon. So yeah, that's the deal with that, and I'm not very impressed. But anyway, back to riding a pretty broken hardtail around the Castle Grounds trails, so enjoy. I hope that made sense. But yeah, so I can't ride that bike just now, so I built myself up a little hardtail out of awesome old parts that I used to ride on, and I thought I'd show you the bike and then just take it for a shred and see what we can do on an old hardtail that doesn't work very well. So yeah, hope you enjoy. To start off with, this is the bike that we are riding. It's a Specialized pitch, I think it's from 2016, and this was my second hardtail frame, and we have an interesting array of components. So we've got Shimano 12-speed SLS cranks from the Rocky Mountain with the DMR V2 pedals, and that runs along into a Shimano Alivio 8-speed derailleur with a 9-speed cassette, and if we zoom up to the handlebars, we have an 8-speed shifter. So the cassette doesn't quite fit, and we've got some shifting problems, but we'll work with it. For the wheels, we're running a Token Vigilante on the back with a quick release conversion on the hub that comes with the wheel set, which is really interesting. And then on the front we're running a Shimano Dior XT standard wheel that I had on this hardtail beforehand. For forks, we've got SR Suntour XCM forks, 100mm travel. These bad boys don't work at all. The brake setup is mechanical Avid BB5. The rear one works really well, and the front brake doesn't work at all, which should make for an interesting bike ride, but there you have it. Up at the cockpit we've got ODI Elite Pro grips that I had on another bike beforehand. We've got the same Avid levers to match the brake, and this shifter is from somewhere and I don't know what it is. It says it's a Mega, but it works really nicely. Bars and stem, we've got stout bars, we've got stout stem stock on the Specialized beforehand, and yeah, that's the whole bike. So that's the bike, let's go ride it, see how it does. I just want to add that it's absolutely freezing and I can't feel my fingers, but we're going to make the most of it on this very cold February day. And just to start off with, looking down at this bike, it looks tiny and so strange compared to the Rocky Mountain. First up, I thought I'd just show you some features along the trail, watch me riding them, see how bad the suspension is. Enjoy, I guess. The problem with having an old and badly set up derailleur is that you often skip a gear and bash your knee, and it's pretty sore, but yeah. So far, the thing that's annoying me most is having bad brakes and also the lack of a dropper. It's really annoying having to do this all the time, and also I've got really short seat posts, but it's quite fun to ride. Definitely needs some upgrades. Being on the first proper trail, this is Sawmill. Oh, it is quite scary with no brakes. This bit's been cleared, that's quite nice. Okay, taking it down another trail. Found a tube of gear that won't fall off, but these berms are good anyway. Cleared that just about. Well, I haven't lost my chain, I've snapped my chain, so this is now a chainless run. Definitely not winning any World Cups like this. Clearly not quite Aaron Gwynn. Probably the slowest I've ever taken that berm. Possibly the slowest anyone's ever taken that berm. Having to run with no chain on the bars. So now I've got scooter mode, which is pretty standard in these situations. But it'll get me out to the van, and yeah, I guess this video, I've dropped the chain. I've dropped the chain, of course. Again, there she is. I don't want to put it in my pocket because I don't want my pocket getting all greasy. If I wasn't recording at the same time, probably wouldn't be so much of a problem. But basically, I'm off back to the van, then I'll give you an update on how my ride went and how this great bike was. So we had a bit of a problem, my chain came off, and being me, I didn't take the tools with me to fix it on the trail, so we had to cut the ride short. I did a few trails chainless because I had no chain. That was kind of tragic, but hopefully I can get it fixed and I'll be after shredding soon, because being off a bike is quite sad. If anyone has any other videos they'd like to see, drop in the comments. I can still do all sorts of maintenance and like trick videos probably if you want to without my bike, and then when I get my proper bike back, I have many plans for spec videos, so see you later.